Hello everyone, I'm Connor Ashley.
And I'm Carla Chavez, and we are Carla and Connor.
The mother-son real estate and design duo. So some of our renovation tips, again, you just want to make it look cute, renter friendly. It doesn't have to be luxurious. It doesn't have to be, the best condition. It just has to look good for the renter, really.
Yep. And there's lots of really cheap ways that you can make something look brand new, honestly.
Yeah, spruce it up. Mm-hmm. One of those ways is to paint. This is really cheap, really easy. Crap, you can even go to, what's that place called? Like Restoration Hardware and get some, off-color paint or whatever for a little bit cheaper.
Home Depot, they all have what they call oops paint, where somebody mixed it, they didn't like the way it turned out, and so the person didn't buy it. Well, now they've got this color that they're selling usually about half price and sometimes even less. And paint makes the biggest change or difference in a room, hands down. Whether you're painting a cabinet or a wall, it's going to have the most significant impact for the cost, basically.
And you want to focus on neutral colors. Let's do some grays, let's do white. Don't go for the yellows, don't go for the browns, don't go for anything like that. Just keep it very plain and simple for that renter.
You're going to appeal to a wider array of audiences when you stick to more neutral colors.
Exactly. One other huge aspect is the flooring. Now again, you don't need hardwood floors. Please don't put hardwood floors in a $100,000 property.
Yep.
Don't do it.
No.
You can get laminate flooring. You can usually buy it pretty cheap. There's lumber liquidators in different places like this where you can find fairly cheap laminate flooring that looks great. Now again, keep it sort of on trend, so you're not going to go with the old 90s orange floors, but try to get something that looks nice and again will be neutral enough to appeal to a wide variety of renters.
Yep, I encourage you to shop that around as well, because even though they don't have oops flooring like they do have oops paint, they do have sales and specials, closeouts all the time on particular, colors and styles and so forth. And if you actually do your homework there, you can really get a good deal on flooring.
And luckily, since it's a 1-bed, 1-bath,
it's not
condo,
you don't need much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a small place. So next is light fixtures. These are relatively cheap and they make a huge impact, especially to renters. If you go in and you have an ugly chandelier in your dining area, change that out for a really trendy chandelier you can get for like under $200, or just spruce up one lighting fixture. Make this one lighting fixture,
maybe splurge a little bit on that one light fixture is what he's saying. Not necessarily swapping things out for can lights, because that would require some electrical work and that does start to get a little bit more expensive, but just a light fixture change can make a huge impact in a room.
And they're relatively inexpensive. And just remember, all these renovations are going to be taking, place over time. You're going to be required to be living there for 1 to 2 years. So you don't have to get this all done in 1 week. Okay? It takes time. It takes time to save up the money and then spend, and then save it up and then spend. It's a process.
And floors are obviously going to take longer than, say, like painting cabinets.
Exactly.
And, so you might be working on the floors for a couple of months over time. You might paint cabinets over a weekend, work on floors over a couple of months. I mean, these things do take time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you have time. That's what you have right now. So now one thing to do is your kitchen. Now you don't have to do a complete IKEA renovation kitchen for $10,000. Don't do that. Most of the time you can, paint your cabinets, put on some new hardware, and they're good as gold.
Yep.
Really, I mean, it does make a huge difference. If you just take those old, wood cabinets, paint them white and throw on a trendy little hardware that you get from...
Even if the cabinets themselves don't have hardware, putting hardware onto cabinets that never had hardware to begin with can make a huge impact.
And hardware is very cheap.
Yep.
So, and again, if you want to change out the appliances, do stainless steel, and there are a ton of great deals even in Home Depot or Lowe's. There's the ding and dent section. You can get great deals on those items. These are going to be the bigger ticket items.
Sometimes you can even find those on Craigslist used, just because somebody either bought the wrong size and it didn't fit, or they ended up not liking it. You can also get where stainless steel panels are on the front, but the sides are not actually stainless steels, and you're going to save money there. If you're not going to see the sides because the refrigerator is going to be pushed, next to a cabinet, then it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Now remember, appliances are going to be a pretty big cost, so that you can save until closer to the end, if at all, really.
you know, backsplash can make a huge difference too, and isn't always all that expensive. Again, tile can add up, but you can also find really good specials on tile, closeout tile, things like that. And it could be a bathroom tile that you just decide to put a few pieces on a backsplash, and that can change the entire look of the room. So again, another cheap way to just spruce up the room. And I think it makes a huge difference in maybe you can't afford to do the countertops, but the backsplash will spruce up and make the countertops look better in and of itself.
Exactly, yeah. If you can afford countertops, and you know, you can actually find some pretty reasonable, like a wood veneer countertop is relatively cheap, and that's still trendy, and renters are gonna think that's nice. But if you can't afford that, throw on a backsplash, and people aren't even gonna pay attention to the countertop because they're gonna be looking at the backsplash.
Exactly, and spend the time maybe cleaning the countertops you've got, whether they're tile countertops or laminate countertops. Just sometimes giving them a good cleaning can make a huge difference. Like if the grout is dirty, there's different grout things you can buy to spruce up the grout to make it look cleaner. Sometimes a well cared for property, honestly, it doesn't matter as much how out of date it is if you've cared for it well. So making sure that grout looks clean, making sure everything looks as new as it can, even if it's not.
Now, our last little tip is about the bathroom. What you can do is you can actually continue the flooring into the bathroom, or just buy a couple of, vinyl or laminate, tile look flooring to put in the bathroom, and then change out the vanity. You can get a pretty cheap vanity from Home Depot for a couple of $100s, and that's gonna make a huge difference. It's gonna look like a luxury bathroom, even if, you didn't really change out anything except the vanity.
Yep, and again, there's ways to find vanities. It doesn't have to be brand new at Home Depot. Craigslist has, people pull out things from their homes all the time, and they're still in great condition, and you might be able to reuse that piece.
Exactly.
Sometimes using an old dresser and then cutting out the back of it for the plumbing, you can put in and call it a new vanity, and you maybe restore that dresser. That might even end up costing you probably under $100 to replace a vanity, but you've actually put in an old dresser.
Yeah, that's about it for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like the video and
subscribe below.
Smash the like button and subscribe.
Smash the like button and subscribe.
And comment down below for any suggestions or questions you have for us. Also reach out on all of our social media at Carla and Connor. Check out our blog, carlaandconnor.com.
We'd love to help you out.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm Connor Ashley.
And I'm Carla Chattis.
We're the mother-son real estate and design duo.
We are here to help you invest in properties.
Now, you can make a lot of money doing this.
We're your people.